whatsoever, and everyone's in the room doing a slightly different move, but it's just good fun workout. And the good thing about it is you don't actually feel like you're working out at the time, and you don't have to be a dancer. You can just sort of make up your own moves if you want to, as long as they're safe. But I think that's attractive to people because it doesn't feel like they're working out. They're dancing, but you don't have to be a dancer to do it as well, and it's just an excellent session.
You do have to wear sequins though.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's just the men though on that one.
Yeah.
James, lycra is optional. Knowing you probably
where do I find out?
I'll give you a flyer after. You can come to the class.
I'm wearing some now.
Are you? Oh.
Yes.
Stop it. That's enough already. You mentioned two words there. It was boot and camp.
Yes.
And I'm thinking Goldie Hawn, give me 20, give me whatever.
Oh, definitely.
Give me 100 sit-ups.
Yeah, definitely. No, we're not like that at all. In fact, I don't actually do any sit-ups at all in our boot camps, none whatsoever. The boot camps are run over a 4-week period. We've got various locations, actually, including one here at Longridge. We do one at 6 o'clock in the morning here.
Oh. I must remember.
Yeah. So.
James?
I'm there far too early for that.
Yeah, we'll all meet you here. So, yeah, we've started one here. I think it was back in May time that we started here. And we've got 6 in the area at the moment. We're going to be opening up some more in September time over in Beaconsfield, Stoke-on-Church.
Yes.
And got one opening up in Aylesbury as well. Their run is a 4-week block. What people get with that is 12 sessions. So they'll get 3 sessions a week. 45-minute sessions. They are quite short and intense, but we're not a military boot camp, so we're not sort of, reducing people to tears or making them work harder than they should be. It's very much a progressive boot camp, and, people work at their own pace. We've got, again, people of all ages. One of the ones I'm currently running at the moment, which is over in Hazelmere, we've got 2 ladies. One is 68 and one is 69, and this is their 3rd boot camp that they've done with us. But I tell you what, they're probably fitter than most of the younger people that come to our class. Absolutely amazing.
Do you take this into business at all? Because I'm sure that would be of interest to business people to be able to have their employees and management teams, etc., fitter.
Yeah, it's something that I haven't done with the boot camps. We've actually got other sessions that we do at corporate organisations. So I have a fitness Pilates and some Zumba classes running at corporate organisations. But it is on the long list of to do that we would like to eventually do. I've got a team of people now working with me as well, so that's something that we've definitely got earmarked for the future.
Could you do it as like a team building exercise for companies?
Yeah, I think it definitely works because it's that sort of thing where people do very much work together. And what I found with the boot camps is that people are coming on it, and it's actually. It might sound a little bit corny, but it's a life-changing experience for some people. It really, really is. They're finding that because they're with like-minded people, they're actually getting, I've seen really good friendships develop, which is amazing, and in such a short space of time. One of the other things that we do for them, when we give them the exercise sessions, they get access to a private forum where they get nutrition advice and a manual, but they also get then to mix with the other campers as well, and it's a private forum. I do use Facebook quite a lot, so we've got forums on there, but I also have my own private forum where they know it's just them, so it's members that I've approved. They have to be coming to the boot camp to join a certain group. They can go in and get recipes, but they can go and chat to each other and bounce ideas off of each other. And again, I've had people going on the boot camps and then meeting up to go and do other things and come to other classes as well. So it's really good to see that people come on it, within a couple of weeks they're actually a lot fitter than they were when they first started. But they're also, coming out of themselves, so they're gaining a lot of confidence. As the weight starts to go as well, you can see people standing up straighter, they're working harder, and it's just a really good experience.
It's a great synchronicity here, because I can see how the three of you working together. So you got people who might want to get fitter or might want to lose some weight. And then can you see that, Joe?
Yeah, absolutely. Then they'll come and see me, won't they?
Well, they will, because what I've found is a lot of people, by the end of it, they're pulling their trousers up as well.
So where does that go?
Well, they obviously need a new made-to-measure suit, don't they, really, for their new body, a new made-to-measure suit.
Indeed.
James, tell me, you have somebody coming into Gatsby and Daisy.
Yes.
And they're a certain size.
Yes.
A certain height, certain
Absolutely.
shape, etc. What do you do when you see somebody coming in? Do you get an assessment of what that person, if you can see what they're wearing when they're coming in?
Yeah.
Take us through that.
My passion is to ensure that two things, really. One is that whatever they are considering fits them correctly, completely. There's so many people that have fallen in love with this style of clothing, or a certain piece of knitwear, for instance. They may fall in love with that piece of knitwear, they may fall in love with that jacket, or they may fall in love with that pair of shoes. Those garments may not fall in love with you as an individual because it just doesn't always work. Yeah, exactly. So there's always that option. But my main obsession really is to ensure that things fit the client correctly from the beginning, and then work onto colours, then work onto fabrics, then work onto...
So when you say fit, I mean there's a length of...
it's not just... Length of sleeve is almost the last thing to fit up. The most important thing is the shoulder line, because you would walk into, with a man or a woman, there's nothing worse than a slouching shoulder line. I mean, we're harping back to the 80s again with the large shoulder pads, etc., etc., etc. But as we were talking about before, with your initial approach into any sort of corporate event or any sort of meeting is your first impression, and it's the silhouette. To me, is the most important thing. When you walk in, if you have a sharp silhouette, even if it's not the most expensive Loro Piana cashmere overcoat that you're wearing in the world, if it fits you correctly,